Sorry about that, my audio didn't seem to be working. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Second German-American War. So, let's see here. Slightly positive, I'm cool with that. I guess we have to leave this paused for another couple months until some of the repair work gets finished. San Juan has finished working up. Lexington has finished working up. Another coastal raid. Let's see what we get. Oh, that's basically nothing. Apparently all we get is a pair of light cruisers. Yes, all we get is a pair of light cruisers. They are at least, however, both Chicago class. So, I guess we'll just hunt around for Murchies and run away from anything more powerful than Murchies. I did remember to switch to the zoom mode, the unzoom mode. Alright, so change it to search line. Chicago was the good 1899 cruiser. All right, we sighted something. Let's come back to battle formation. Come up to 20 knots so that Des Moines can catch up. And come around to starboard. That's transport, I think. Oh, is it a heavy? Yeah. Oh, it's gale force winds. That's why the smoke is doing that. Wow. We are unlikely to be able to make 25 knots in a gale. Gunnery will also suffer. We'll have to get quite close. I think we want to be on this side of it. More unknown ships. Oh, no. We just identified it, but we held fire because I can't even see what it is. Moine is up to 20 knots. I guess we're large enough ships that we can manage 20 plus knots in a gale. That's got to be a minesweeper. It's going way too slow to be a destroyer. Yep. It's a patrol boat. Okay. Okay. Whatever. We'll come back down to cruise. I trust that doesn't mean it's invulnerable. Good, it's not invulnerable. Why is Des Moines detached? That makes no darn sense. Let's look at the log. Something must have happened. Oh. That's why. Okay. Detaches to move independently against close enemy. That's fine. We'll go back out to a search line. All right, we found something else. Let's transport. Excellent. Heaves 2 in the crew abandoned ship. I think Storm is not as bad as Gale, actually. Oh, no, you're right. So there's strong breeze, high wind, moderate gale, fresh gale, strong gale, whole gale or storm, and then violent storm, and then hurricane on the Beaufort scale. So yes, it is now gone beyond a fresh gale. Okay, there's another contact over there. All right, we caught up. I thought they hove too. Why are we firing on them? Oh, apparently it's a minesweeper, not a transport. Wow, we're missing a lot. All right, now we're finally making some progress. What is Des Moines doing anyway? Why is it on AI control? What is going on with this ship? It keeps getting its speed reset down to 5 knots. Now it's back up to the right speed. AI core line ahead. All right, let's see if now it'll rejoin the division. Nope. Now it has. Okay. Wow, we had to get stupidly close. Oh, there must have been a prompt to pick up survivors that I was hitting space at the turn as the turn advanced. And thank you, Sound and Fury. So yes, that's why it detached and did that. That makes much more sense now. I thought that was the merchant ship that hove to an abandoned ship, but it's still clearly doing stuff. Well, it's under our guns now. That's a lot of hits. As we blaze away. We hit with every gun. That's pretty nice. Now it's on fire. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's go back out to search line. Apparently one merchie got away. I'll allow it. Okay, Lexington is totally heading over to Europe, even though her crew quality is a bit lower than it should be. But we need her actually in the war. I want to now design an actually good light cruiser. I don't want to bother with superstructure, so we'll let the AI do it for now. Till we get a nice large design. Surely they'll give us one at some point. Let's try this the other way. That's not an armored cruiser. Is this the last armored cruiser we have left? Apparently. Well, we'll just go the Reno for now, which that line is going to annoy me too much. It's a wider midsection than before, but it'll do. I don't know why Des Moines wasn't shooting at all. Doesn't really matter against what we were up against, but I wonder if we can. I wonder if we can get away with this. Oh, we can't put super firing turrets on? That's annoying. Oh, we haven't researched turrets on it. Well, that's annoying. I guess we have to do the old-fashioned. The old-fashioned mini turrets approach. No, that'll mean we have too many turrets. That's why we took it out. All right. It's a single super big stack, which is a bit anachronistic, but it'll do. Also, there's that turret, which is weird. And actually into the deck house, but... Four-inch belt, 2-inch deck. All right, and I guess it needs a decent secondary battery. I wish we could have more than one gun in these turrets. It's super annoying. Ooh, we can have 7-inch guns. I forgot about that part. Oh, but that makes it a armored cruiser. Dang. That's right, because yeah. We definitely need to put some TDS in though. Alright, so the displacement ballooned a little bit, but that's fine. So this is a rather decent World War I era light cruiser. It's as heavy as a bunch of the armored cruisers then, which means I think it's probably undergunned for its displacement, but it's very fast, which I find to be quite valuable, because this is competitive with destroyers in terms of speed, and in any kind of heavy seas it'll certainly outspeed destroyers. So let's save that. But we don't have enough money to actually lay any down yet. I just wanted to design a ship because, just like KSP, where designing things is where I have the most fun. It's also the case here. All right, so let's see what we get next turn. We defeated the invasion of Cameroon. We get a destroyer. They sink some ships. Don't care. Both of their battle cruisers are still building. Always nice. So we're still negative, so we still have to keep that ship halted. Ouch, even though we gave them funding. Hey, we've got a battlecruiser in the area. I wonder if we'll get it in this action. Oh, this looks like quite the sizable coastal raid. Except all I get are Brooklyns and my old slow battleships. Three Brooklyns and the single solitary Frederick class Frederick. A light cruiser division. But battlecruiser nowhere to be found. Not sure why. All right, let's see what we turn up. I assume they'll still be in this bay here. This is Battle Force's scouting force, and this is the scouting force. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Oh, all right. Unknown ship sighted immediately. Let's see what you might be. Come to 21 knots, and over here we will come to 20 knots. Did I really make all those battle wagons 22 knots? That was forward thinking of me. Or is that just New Mexico? It's probably just New Mexico, which is a semi-dread. Yeah, these are only 20 knots. New Jersey and New Mexico are both 22 knots. So we have a fast wing of a battle line. Oh, thank you, Sound and Fury. I forgot to do the thing. All right, so both of these are semi-dreadnoughts. New Mexico, much better than the other one. New Jersey is like, because I think they're case-mated 10-inch guns. And therefore, in a fresh breeze, may or may not be able to fire. Inch belt, 11-inch belt. Yeah, New Mexico is a decently handsome ship. And then the old division is all the old pre-dreads. The Arizona class, the New York class. All right, anyway, let's see what we can discover. Wait, what is their max? Wrong, no. This division, 20 knots. I guess we have to stay at 19 knots then, to let the other division keep up. There's another ship over there. Let's see what all happens. It said we sighted another unknown ship, but I'm not seeing it. All right, that's just a transport. Deal with that in short order. But that looks like it's probably not just a transport. And that might or might not be a transport. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Everybody wheel around. What is that division doing? Why is it not properly acting as core? There we are. And why haven't we opened fire on this? All right, that's a fleet. That is definitely a fleet. Ladies and gentlemen, that is totally a fleet. I wish I had my battlecruiser right now. Who the heck is shooting at what? Open fire on Lubeck class. That, I guess. Ah, it's the light cruisers dueling. Of course they were. Yep, that's fine. They literally just misunderstood another set of instructions. They are not filling me with confidence. I'm not surprised that it identifies one of their ships as a battleship. That's obviously what the computer set up, was a fleet battle. Now let's bring everything down on the main force, if we can. Not real sure what Baltimore is doing, but oh, let's get the heck out of here. Baltimore is detached. Good. We hit her. Oh, that's interesting. Veton class. That must be one of their early classes. We can take it quite easily, I think. Okay. The hits are a little bit more against us than I would like. What is this, crew div 2? You can't. Dang. I was going to have it join up with the other cruiser force, but can't because one's in battle force and one's in scouting force. That's fine. Everything's fine. Let's come back to 20 knots. And we're going to swap over to screen. The level of misunderstood signals is beyond ridiculous here. But from the identifications we can do, we outnumber them 5-4 in battleships. We outnumber them 4-2 in armored cruisers. No, 4-3 in armored cruisers. Unless that's actually a light cruiser that we mis-ID'd. But it's probably not. But the advantage is way more than that because New Mexico and New Jersey are soundly superior than the Wittelsbach class because they're semi-dreads, even though they don't have as much belt armor. Actually, yeah, how much belt armor do I have on? (11" and 10". Yeah, so they have rather less belt armor, but almost double the firepower. Yeah, New Jersey has half again the firepower. New Mexico has basically double the firepower. All right. So we're going to fight. We're going to. Oh, is this the shoot? I can't even do that right, can I? This is the one in battle force, and this is the one in scouting force. Although this is the one that I actually want to fight in line of battle, given that it's heavier than 2 of their battleships. And it has excellent firepower. So, all right. We'll retire the battle forces screen. And the scout force, I guess I'll have to micro. Meanwhile, let's come about. All right. Now we're getting down to it. What are you doing wallowing along at 12 knots? So many misunderstood signals. Yeah, that could be with Baltimore. I don't know. All right, why are we targeting the wrong division? Oh, it claims that they're, that was interesting. It claims that these are BB, despite obviously not being. That was interesting. Anyway, we've now switched our fire, so at least the buttons are under fire. And we'll use our cruiser divisions to harry them from the rear, I guess. And hopefully Baltimore will rejoin the battle at some point. Let's steer a few points closer. I assume, yes, stern turrets are masked. Okay. We sighted unknown ships? Oh, the land targets. Duh. Okay, let's have Baltimore rejoin her division. Oh, those are 20 knotters. That's why they've worked out ahead. And these are stuck at 19 knots and are under heavy fire. Let's come down to 20 knots on the armored cruisers. Oh, I am more than happy to have these things cut off. Like, if the rest of the fleet wants to retire and leave two 15,000-ton battleships for us to sink, they are welcome to do so. What? Why are they all the way over there? Who knows? Yeah, I have to give up on the idea of taking these out. And I should just let them go and focus on this. So that is what we will do. We'll come to port. We'll bring our armored cruisers back into the fray. Really don't understand what Warrington was doing. What this entire destroyer division is doing. Of course they were. Oh, forward turret out of action. That's why. Alright, so we'll let the bulk of the fleet go off that way. There's nothing over here to care about. We can pin them against the shore later. Unless these guys are just running for pure, which they might be. Oh, there's a... Oh. Thank you, Sound and Fury. These stupid... Oh, it's an 11-inch coastal battery. Okay. I thought it was a 4-inch coastal battery. Why did Huntington even get detached? That makes no darn sense. Somebody's rudder got damaged. And it's not HMS Warspite today. This destroyer division is still being insane. It's like, what on earth are they doing? Switch our divisional targets. So everybody concentrates fire on this division, and we'll worry about this collection of stuff later. Well, I guess we're firing our secondary batteries on these things. That's fine. You have to be super close to actually penetrate there. Data on the 10-inch guns simply will not penetrate. On the main guns, oh, they're -1 quality. Yeah, we have to be at like 3,000 yards to penetrate the belt. What's our range? (2,500 yards, 3,000 yards. So yeah, we need to be that close to actually penetrate the belt, which means that any gun of theirs will for sure penetrate our belt. But them's the breaks. All right, so that one's sinking. Although, recall the last time where something was sinking and then it got underway again. Like, these are not reliable estimates. That one is at medium damage. Where the heck is my other cruiser? Oh, there, it's down here. Okay. So we're going to send it over to rendezvous with Huntington. So at least there'll be a division again. You realize I'm fighting my battleships like cruisers. But that's fine. That thing is dodging like mad, so I guess it's only appropriate. New Jersey is close enough to be evading. This turned into a crazy kind of battle. Of course they were. Why is Arizona doing that? Don't know. Good Lord. They are... They're like 200 yards apart. That's not since the days of Nelson. I should think New Jersey has not much ammo left because it went to rapid fire on literally every gun. Why is it in delivery fire? It should be in rapid fire. Starboard, no target. Port. Oh, it was. Are we firing on the other one? It's not 7,900 yards away. It's like 10 yards away. Of course they were. That thing better be sinking. Now it's only heavy damage. It's not even sinking yet. Okay. Guns just don't do a whole lot, do they? All right, let's get our line back together before we deal with the rest of these people. That was what I was hoping for. Took long enough, but we finally got a torpedo off. That's what I was maneuvering this cruiser division around for, is to come up broadside and put a torpedo into that. But I think the torpedo probably hit this one. Taking your sweet time to sink. Nope, neither one of them launched torpedoes, even though they have 2 tubes each broadside. That was annoying. Oh, I guess we did launch. Or no, it's probably these destroyers over here that were... Yeah, it was these destroyers over here that put some fish in that ship. It is this one that is not yet torpedoed. Ah, they didn't waste a torpedo because it was already sinking, even though it didn't say it was sinking. I'm cool with that. I'm very happy with it not actually having wasted a torpedo. Why is Des Moines up there? Is it out of sight of the flagship? Don't think so. Alright, well, let's shake back out into line of battle and go in after this collection of ships. Alright, we're going to come down to 5 knots so our line can reform. And 10 knots on this. And 10 knots on this. Jeepers creepers, that thing is taking forever to sink. New Mexico took a fair amount of structural damage. Oh, funnel riddled with splinters. Turret A is jammed, but now back in action. She's down to a max of 20 knots instead of 22, so that's not the best, but we'll be okay. And this fleet down here is just milling around, so let's be fine. There. Oh, no, actually we do want to leave it because it's this is the one that we want to. Yeah. Okay. Put it on support, so hopefully it'll rejoin. Okay. Yeah, we'll just pull them into line. And fight those cruisers as part of the battle line. They have 10-inch mains and they're armored enough. I'd really like to put this in the line, but it's in a different force, so I have to manually do it. That thing is still hanging out. Ah, finally. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay. It's twilight. We waited too long to have a day battle. So we'll come back up to 18 knots, which hopefully everyone should be well capable of. Take that up to 19 knots. And engage. It's literally 3:45 p.m. in twilight. This is what we get for the northern latitudes in late November. What? Okay. Apparently there was a mine. Oh, there's a mine right there. Okay, but there may... Oy. But I think it only showed up once Truxton already hit it. Truxton was one of the new destroyers, I think. So that's not the best. But it's not one of the 900 tonners at least. That would have been very sad. Truxton strikes another mine? It already struck one. Okay. And did it start to rain? I guess it started to rain. Oh no, nightfall. At 4:20 p.m. Well, we'll still close on the enemy if there is an enemy. With the exception of I want cruisers in the van to do a bit of scouting. I don't want my battleship to be the first thing to blunder into something. We found a transport. Lol. All right, we found them. I will point out that as far as I know, that is the only ship that was lost in this entire battle from our side, was Truxton from hitting a mine. Let's give chase, and let's come about here. All right, so it's fleeing into the minefield. But these are fleeing into the open ocean, which is fine. Oh, that's bad. What is San Diego doing that she struck a mine? What is San Diego even doing? San Diego is going to start sinking pretty soon, I think. Yes, she's flooding at 6:35. She's going to sink. There is no way that San Diego is making it out of this. But she does date back to 1899, so, like, I'm not that sad. I'm sad, but I'm not. It's not an actually modern ship. So we'll detach a destroyer to rescue her survivors. I don't even know where Warrington is. I think Warrington is the second Warrington that sunk. All right. Why are they AI controlled? Only. That's weird. That's so weird. Why can't I control my own destroyers? Okay. Okay. Oh, were they signals misunderstood or something? Maybe they were. All right, now we can... Oh, but it doesn't have any other ships in its division now. This is still AI locked, and I don't know why. Also don't know why this division is being stupid. Senator Fury, that's very fair. And of course you knew what orders I was going to give them, which was close on the enemy and make a torpedo attack. Don't let them make it to port. Why is it set to core? That's insane. All right, this is the division that had Truxton in it. Because it's shorter destroyer. And they're Truxton class. I know that much. Oh, there's a destroyer over here. Well, don't care. As long as it doesn't make a torpedo run, we're fine. And those darn things are still locked out of my control. All right, let's see how this works. Make your torpedo run. Aw, yes! Totally worth it. Totally worth it! All my training on torpedo training, all of the times we could have had night training and instead did torpedo training, all the effort on building tons and tons of destroyers, worth it for that one moment. And if we're lucky, this destroyer division will do the same darn thing. Let's pull it back to support. Oh, that was such a glorious moment. Supposedly light damage, but I highly doubt it, given that she's wheeled out of line, slowed to 5 knots. Glorious. Utterly glorious. See if we can do the same thing to the other one. Now remember, these are 1899 vintage pre-dreads, I think. Hang on. Germany, Wetten class. No, they're 1906 vintage, so maybe they have some TDS. All right, so at the end of this battle, we will have sunk every German battleship afloat. All they'll have is these 2 battlecruisers on the ways and Lothringen on the ways. Interesting that the Wetten class are I guess they needed a cheap battleship rather than the Wilsbach things back from the dawn of time. Because these are actually pretty solid ships. It's these that were laid down in 1906. They're not so good. Anyway, let's see what we can do with the last one, given that I'm obviously not concerned about this. In point of fact, oh, only 1 torpedo left. All right, dang. These ships still have plenty of torpedoes if they could just actually fire them. And if these things could come off AI control, I would totally send them in, given that they have tons of torpedoes left. but they're locked under AI control for no reason I can describe. We just took a serious hit, I think. Or I guess it's more that just that we slow down because of turning rather than because of a serious hit. Oh, they're herring off in pursuit of that thing. All right, back up to 21 knots. That's good. Oh boy, this is going to be a close approach. Let's see what happens. Launch your darn torpedoes. Oh, you missed. Your torpedo missed. Darn it. But hopefully Huron will not miss. We'll see. Will Huron take a shot or two? No. They turned away too fast. Night actions are insane. Just pointing it out. Also, don't even know what happened to the other one. It's somewhere over here, probably. I presume it's sinking, but don't actually know for sure. Oh, they launched a lot of fish. Our destroyers did. Now they launch fish, now that it's turning rapidly. And the fish was likely to hit our armored cruisers. Jeepers creepers. That was a remarkable level of cell phone. But at least they all missed. Anyway, let's go find that other ship. Hopefully it sank. And let the battleships finish this off, because it's slowed down enough that... last fish missed. Arizona is completely depleted. Why are we in line abreast rather than line ahead? I don't know. I think the one we got was somewhere over here. I trust it sank. And it didn't, like, escape in the night. That would make me very sad if it escaped in the night. Uh-oh. So they launched a torpedo at me. Great. Hopefully we'll get that flooding under control in time, but let's detach and come down to 5 knots. We're almost out. We've been fighting so long, we're almost out of ammo. It's not good. Hopefully we'll have something left to sink that thing with. All right. They still have torpedoes, at least. I'll be very upset if we have nothing left to sink that with. Oh, we still have our light cruiser division. It still has torpedoes. That's what I like to hear. I guess Preble still had some fish left. Oh yes. You're toast now. You are now an X ship. How's New Jersey doing? Getting the flooding under control, I think. Let's come down to 10 knots. Come down to 10 knots. 2 fish in a pre-dread and it's sinking. There's just nothing else that's going to happen. So I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Meanwhile, I'm more concerned with this if this other thing somehow got back underway. Come on, New Jersey, you can pull it out. 240. I don't know. Not staunching the flooding very well. So maybe we'll lose 1 battleship. It'll still be A 4-1 victory, and B, wiping the seas clean of German battleships. So it's worth it. But I really would have liked to not have lost any ships. Well, any major ships other than that armored cruiser we lost. How are you doing? Not really limiting flooding that much. Limiting flooding every 2 minutes, but dicey. Very dicey. Meanwhile, there doesn't seem to be... Oh, no, there it is. It's down there. And no, those are the Wittelsbachs. There's the Vetters. Those are the Vettens. Wait a minute. What is New Jersey taking fire from? It's taking fire from a coastal. Is their steering gear damaged? You've got to be kidding me. Is that what's going to do her in? Is her rudder hit? Yeah. Critical hit, rudder damaged. Right, so we need to get a rudder again as well, or we'll get pasted by that. Yeah, it's a 12-inch coastal battery that just hit our engine room. Wonderful. That's quite upsetting. If that's what's going to put paid to New Jersey after she survives the flooding damage, I'm going to be very sad. Hallelujah. We have a rudder again. All right, I really don't know where that other battleship went. I really hope it didn't like creep away. But it took a torpedo hit after getting pasted. No, it took like 2 torpedo hits earlier, I think. All right, we're out of range of the shore battery. That, I don't know. Let's come back to 10 knots. I don't know whether we can do this or not. We might lose her after all. And no sign of that other ship. How are we doing with New Jersey? That's going to be super tight. It's going to have like, it's going to be like SMS Seydlitz, where water was coming over the main deck. CA Huntington spies an unknown ship. Ah, I wonder if that's where the wreck is. All right, we might do it. God, that was close. U.S. Navy damage control, where it's at. Nope, that's not the wreck. That's a ship. I wonder if that's the battleship back underway. Probably not, though. Nope, it's Minesweeper. Okay. I was going to say, if that's... If they manage to get that thing back underway, I will be so pissed. That might be it, though. Nope, turned too fast. That thing turned way too fast to be what we are concerned with. But we'll see. We'll take care of this and then swing back north. What's wrong with Montana? Oh, it loses contact with division. New Jersey survived. All right. Whoa, New Jersey rejoined her division. That's super weird. Oh, that's just a minesweeper. It's not anything we care about. Sound and Fury, I will get you. New Jersey is not going to hit a mine. Montana, however, may blunder into that 12-inch shore battery. And Delaware has also totally lost contact with her division. Night actions. All right, we'll send the armored cruisers off to screen us. All right. Sight's an unknown ship. Let's see what you might be. Another minesweeper, I assume. That's fine. This is fine. All this is fine. All right, let's turn away. And turn away. How is it still alive? Answered my own question. It's not. Everybody's heading for home anyway. All right. All right. Now, let us behold. We did get it, after all. We did not get the armored cruisers. We only gave them light damage. Medium damage for... Sorry, the armored cruisers. Medium damage for their sole light cruiser. The destroyers, 2 were heavily damaged. 1 was lightly damaged, 8 survived. 2 minesweepers sunk out of 5. 2 transports out of 3. We lost an armored cruiser. Heavy damage to a battleship. Had they not done both of those things, which were fairly lucky things, because one was a random close-range torpedo hit and one was randomly hitting a mine, they would have had very few points. But I'm happy with the result. So now we can actually see the whole battlescape. Where they had a couple destroyer divisions hanging out, but it looks like everybody else... Oh, and some up against the shore that we missed. But I think all their major fleet units went to port. All right, so that was quite a smashing victory. So, switch display. Get some details. We sank their battleships. San Diego sank. New Jersey heavy damage. Frederick medium damage. Mexico light damage. Thetis ran to port. Lost 2 destroyers. Heavy damage to a land target. Yeah, and a bunch of them ran to port. Hit percent. Let's look at... So Frederick had 6%, over 6% hit rate, which is really quite impressive. German light cruiser Thetis had 5%. Huron had 4%. Our battleships had 3.67. That installation that was firing against New Jersey had pretty good hit rate. Interesting. Okay. $7,500 VP. That's impressive. Oh, heck yes, we're designating this. It is Second Danzig. That was quite the thing. And our monthly balance is much higher because I think we got a prestige point from that. Now we can resume Constellation and Russia is building 4 battlecruisers, but they're very light. Ah, they're semi-battlecruisers. Not really worthy of the name. They're armored cruisers with they are pre-dreadnought style battlecruisers. Or really, they're fast pre-dreads, if they needed a designation. This thing looks like it will be reasonable. 24,000 tons. I saw that before. That's because they don't actually have centerline turrets. These will be somewhat scary. Germany, we still don't know. So let's look again. Great Britain is building a lot of dreadnoughts. So combining dreadnoughts and battlecruisers, they're still almost double our displacement. Our pre-dreads, 3 times their displacement. But we probably should scrap some of our old pre-dreads and replace them just with basically an all battlecruiser fleet. Armored cruisers, we're doing okay, even though we lost one. But I'm not interested in really building heavy cruisers. Wait, you're right. My naval budget is higher than Great Britain's. Amazing what wartime will do. Oh, they're at war too, though. So, yeah. This is what I get for fighting lots of wars, is that the prestige went up, so the naval budget went up. So, wow. All right. I feel like our light cruisers could be better. But it turns out what we're weakest on is actually the heavy units in comparison to everyone else. So I guess we'll just lay down a third of this class, because I'm reasonably happy with this class. Like, this is broadly all we'll do from now on is up the displacement and up the armor and up the caliber. And we'll stick in the ABY layout. We've achieved the only battleship layout I care about. Like, that's it. So I guess we'll just lay down another one. That was too expensive, though. Did just lose a destroyer. I definitely feel like we're weak on destroyers. So even though we're Warrington again, even though we're actually weak on heavy units, I'm going to build more destroyers. And I also kind of want to build that Oakland. It's a 7-gun broadside. It's so undergunned for its weight. It's just quite well protected and stupidly fast. And it has TDS. I forgot about that part. I don't know. I think I really want to wait until I can do double turrets on a CL to build this thing. If I can. Because it's just not, it's not really competitive. We still have some Truxton building. They'll come off the ways next month. So, you know what? Let's build another one of these then. All right. Dock size will finish in two months. I think I may want to wait 2 months when our slipways become even larger and we can lay down something even bigger rather than starting building now. Because 2 months, give or take, won't make that much of a difference. They certainly won't be in service for this war, so regardless. Saratoga might be in service for this war, but probably not, given that we've now stripped Germany of any fleet assets that could challenge us. So we're just going to blockade it into submission again. It'll be quite boring. So yeah, we'll build up some cash reserves and not get overstretched, because our budget will go way the heck down once the war ends. So I don't think we want to have too many old fleet assets. It's these cruisers. All right, I think I should call it quits there. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.